Hey martial arts family, welcome back to Takedowns. We're on week 5 B-Day, and since it's a B-Day, that means we're going to be reviewing some of the stuff we learned on A-Day. So we're going to be reviewing our finished forms. We finished all the way through our form on our A-Day class, so we're just going to review through that, make sure we're feeling good, get a couple different details, and then next week we'll do some fun drills where we can kind of refine them, and it's just kind of a good time at the same as we practice. From there, we're going to do a couple of our kicks, our kicking combinations, our strikes, and then we're going to do a takedowns review, and we have a bonus move today. So you will not be tested on this bonus move, but that will kind of spice up our review just a little bit. So we'll be doing all that, but first thing we need to do is warm up. So we're going to do 10 jumping jacks, then we're going to do 10 crunches and 10 push-ups. So let's try and do it together. Ready? We're starting with our jumping jacks. And go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, freeze! Did you do your 10 jumping jacks? I hope so. Make sure you're following along with us. Next up is 10 crunches. So you're just going to balance. If you need to stick your feet down and you're going up and down towards your knees, that's great, but I'm going to do a crunch with my feet are up. So we're going to go out and in, and that's counting as 1. So let's try. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the last one was push-ups. We're going to do our push-ups. Now, if you want to be on your knees, that's great. But whatever you're going to do, whether you're on your knees or not, we need to be nice and flat with our back. Okay? So hands are going to be down. We're just going to count them out. Let's try it. Ready? And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Does that count? Is that 11? I think that's 11. So we're going to touch on our rolls. Since we're doing our break falls today, we're going to touch on our rolls, forwards and backwards. So our forwards roll, we're just going to do them as a warm-up today since we already kind of know how to do them. I'm going to do 1 forwards roll down, and we're going to do 1 forwards roll back. Then we're going to try and switch sides if you're able to. If you want to stay on the same side, that's fine. So let's do it slow together. So I've got my diamond, I'm going to put it down, tuck my head, I'm going to roll over the top. And then I'm going to do a backwards roll. Sit back, hips, shoulders, hands, and backwards roll. Now, like I said, if you want to stay here, that's great. If you're like, hey, I'm a pro at my rolls, I can do the hardest version, then you can switch your feet and you can try it the other way. Turn it down, roll forwards, and roll backwards. Good. We're going to try 2 more of those. Ready? And go. Roll forwards, roll backwards, and 1 more. Ready? Go. Forwards, backwards. Very good. Excellent job. And we're also going to add on 5 break falls. Okay? 5 break falls. So we're going to start from standing. If you want to squat down, fantastic. We're just going to go down, break fall, and stand back up. Let's try. Ready? And 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. It's weird, I don't feel a necessity to do a 0 on that one for some reason. All right, let's go ahead and open our feet up nice and wide. Toes up, knees straight. Good. Just like that, reach down to the middle. We did a lot of upper body, abdomen exercises. We didn't do as many leg exercises. We did do our jumping jacks, but your legs might feel a little bit not warmed up. And if that's the case, you can always do some more jumping jacks. You can do some squats, lunges, that kind of thing. Or you can just take your stretches just nice and slow and easy. Let me see, down to your toes. Trying to reach with both hands. Good, and switch. Other way. Good, both feet out in front. Toes are up. Knees straight and down to your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. We're gonna reach down to that foot. Reach all the way down, both hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Same thing, but other side. Reach all the way down. Good. Last one. You guys know what it is? I'm sure you do at this point. It is butterfly. Both feet in. Flap your wings. Roll your head and neck around. Other way. Down to your toes. Let's see. Reach all the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. Excellent job. We're going to stand up nice and quickly. Confident. Yes, sir. Let's try it. Ready? And stand up.
Yes, sir.
Good. Let me see Chumbi stance. Hands, feet together, and bow. Our review today is going to be over a few different strikes. So we're going to do our jump back kick, our lunging side kick roundhouse, and our jab cross knee. Now I'm going to do them on a bag as I'm teaching you to kind of go over some of the more common mistakes. So I want you to watch those and I want you to follow along with me. If you have somebody to hold a bag, fantastic. If you don't, you can kick in the air just while I'm counting. And then at the end we have a drill where we're going to kind of put it all together, get some good transitions down and those kinds of things. So we're going to start by jumping into our guarding stance. Nice confident kias. Ready? And go! Kia! So we're going to start with our jump back kick. Kind of a challenging kick to start with. We're going to start lined up with the side of our bag. I want my I almost gave it away. I want my toes in kind of what position do I want my toes? Mr. Craig?
Pulled back.
I want to pull them back. So I'm trying to hit with my heel. If I point my toes and I jam them into this bag, that's going to be a bummer. Not going to feel so great. So we want to pull our toes back. We're hitting with our heel, and it needs to be a straight line kick. I'm not swinging it around. As soon as people jump, a lot of times they jump and they throw this leg out here, and now it's circling around, and it's not quite doing what a back kick should. It needs to go straight back, straight in and out. Okay? Jump back kick. Also, with our jump, we don't need to be super high. We just need to be off the ground. So I'm just trying to take friction of the ground off of the things I need to worry about. So if I jump, a jump like that is totally appropriate. I probably got an inch or two off the ground. All right? So let's give it a try. We're going to do our jump back kick. I want you to follow along with me. We're going to do 3 on each side. Ready? And 1. Kia. 2. Kia. And 3. Kia. Good. Let's switch feet. Try the other side. Same thing. Now make sure when you're jumping, you're not bending down crazy. We want to stay up. Good posture, hands in. A lot of times the leg that's kicking that hand, a lot of times will go flying out as well. So we got to make sure that's staying in. Ready? 1. Kia. 2. Kia. And 3. Kia. How'd you guys do? Hopefully pretty good. If you need to pause the video and just practice, that's fantastic. We're going to move on to our next kick, which is our lunging side kick roundhouse. So I'm going to start a little bit far away, where if I just throw my side kick, I'm not going to hit. That way I get some practice on my lunge, because I really need to lunge to actually hit the bag. I'm going to lunge in, side kick, so my foot is sideways, toes pull back. Hitting with that heel, once I just barely tap it, or not even tap it, I'm going to switch, refold, roundhouse, and bring it back. Let's try. So I'm going to throw my roundhouse just kind of up here, that range, because not only do I want it to be in two different sides of the body, I want it to be at 2 different levels of the body as well. Ready? And 1. Kia. 2. Kia. 3. Kia. Good. Let's switch feet. Try the other side. Ready? 1. Kia. 2. Kia. Last one. Ready? And go. Kia. Good. Okay, last one we're going to do is our jab cross knee. So it's jab, cross, make sure we hit with the correct knuckles. We've got our hands up the whole time. Knee, straight through. Let's just give it a try. Ready? And 1. Jab, cross, knee. Really want to push through with that knee when we're throwing it. 2. Kia. And 3. Kia. Good. Switch feet. Same thing. Jab, cross, knee, really extend those hips. Sorry. And 1, kia. 2, kia. And 3, kia. Just like that. Now, we're gonna do a little bit of drill. We're gonna mix it all together. So Mr. Craig's gonna be my bad guy. I'm gonna throw a jump back kick, a lunging side kick, roundhouse, or a jab cross knee. Now he's gonna be holding the bag in front of me the entire time, so I'm just going to kind of just go off on him a little bit, I'm just gonna throw a move, and I'll switch it up and I'll throw a different move. My job is to switch it up every time. I don't want to throw the same move twice in a row if I can. All right, we're just gonna go for 10, 15, 20 seconds, whatever time works best for you. As long as we've gone through all of them once, twice, gotten some good practice. Okay, ready? And go! Oh, I did 2 in a row. Did 2 in a row. Hopefully you guys did pretty well with that. It's good to just get practice throwing one thing after another instead of just one thing over and over in its own way. It's good to know how to transition from one move to another. That's very helpful. Let me see Chumi stance. Hands, feet together, and bow.
As we practice our Qiujing today, I want to really focus in on the handwork. There's a lot of big arms, a lot of folding, some combinations. I want to make sure you guys know where your hands need to be, how to get ready for those steps, and I want you to feel confident with where they go. I don't want you second guessing yourself during the form. So let's take the time to work on it today so you're feeling more confident for next class. All right, starting out, it's big arms. Let's not worry about the feet at all. I just want you to focus on your hands here. So we start in our Chumbi stance, right? My hands come out, a little bit behind me, they come up, they cross, and they break down. Not completely straight, they're still slightly bent here. That's the first move to win a Kia. Let's try that as a team. Don't worry about the feet. Ready? Go. Kia. Good. From here, they come in, they cross, and they come out. Outside blocks. Last one, they're going to come down slightly as they fold, and they'll shoot up for high blocks. So that's kind of the first hand sequence. We have down, out, high. From here, a little bit of fancy hand work. My hands open. They turn like they could high five towards each other, wrist to wrist, elbow to elbow, like I'm holding a ball. Bring it down to your side. I would throw a side kick. Won't worry too much about that today. I'm gonna fold for my double knife high. The hands come forward and flick out. Good, let's practice that sequence one more time. So big down blocks, big outside blocks, high blocks, twist, double knife. Good, and there's our first Kia. That's right. From here, we turn, we throw an outside block. I'm going to turn this way just so we're kind of in the same idea here. So outside block, we punch, and then we high block. We always fold for those, right? So if I was double knifing here, I would fold for my outside block, outside. For my punch, I aim and I punch with the other hand, and then this hand comes across my hip and comes straight up as this hand comes back for my high block. Outside, punch, high. That's a sequence you guys can practice over and over. 1, 2, 3. Outside, punch, high. Just becoming confident with that sequence. Next step in the form, we trap. Putting my hand right here like I'm grabbing a wrist. If someone did punch and I blocked it, pull it to your side. We would throw a back leg side kick. We fold for a double knife low, and then I throw a punch. So I aim and punch. So that sequence from the high block is trap, down, side double knife low, and punch. Again, building that in, being able to do that repetitively is going to help you guys out, okay? Let's go ahead, let's move ahead a little bit. That repeats, and then we hit a little bit of some X blocking. Let's talk about that real quick. So my X blocks, I go low, bring it back, high, my hands come back to my hip, and I punch. One more time with that. X, X, pull back, punch. Break, I would swing around, I'm going to inside block, and then down block. We want to make sure that's not just one-handed, right? I'm always aiming. So I aim and fold for my inside block. Then I aim and fold for my down block. Try that one more time. Fold, aim, inside, fold, aim, down. 1, 2. 1, 2. Nice little combination there. We fold for our chop. We open, we would kick, and then we elbow. Last 2 steps here, guys. We palm strike low, inside block high. Practice that a few times. Just that. Inside block, palm strike. Yeah, from here, hands closed, we pull back, down block, outside block, double knife fold, and then last move is a step out punch, Kia! Awesome. So there's all the hand movements kind of broken down. Let's put it into the form and see if we can really focus on those as we work through the pattern and the stances, okay? But really focused on hand work today, okay? Chiljin, whole thing, stick with me. We'll go nice and slow. From Chumbi, 1, Kia, 2, 3, 4, Kia, 1, outside, punch, high, 2, trap, down, side, double knife low, step out, punch, 3, we repeat, outside, punch, high, 4, trap, down, side, double knife low, step out, punch. Here's the X block sequence. X, X, pull back, punch. We break, sweep through, inside block. Remember to fold for your down block. Fold for your chop. Open, kick, and elbow. Here's our inside block, palm strike, pull back. Fold for your double knife, step out and punch. Kia! Chumbi, and bow. Great job, guys. So if you can keep up with us there, then you're doing incredible with your Chiljin. I want you to continue to practice. Again, we went through all the hand sequences today, so if you need to go back and re-watch those, I want you guys to feel very confident knowing each of those sequences. And then next class, we'll really focus on the legs, and we can put it all together into an incredible form. You guys are doing great. Let me see Chumbi stance, hands by your side, and bow. All right, guys, grab some water, have a seat. Let's talk about our word of the month. We've been talking about confidence, right, this month. So I'm really excited to continue talking about confidence. Specifically, last class, we talked about self-confidence. That's been something that I've been putting a lot of thought into. How do we become more confident, not just with kicking and punching, right, but just in general? How do we become more self-confident? Right, we said self-confidence is kind of like what you think about yourself, right? Are you afraid of what other people think about you, or are you confident in yourself no matter what other people think? That can be really hard, because I can tell you, okay, be self-confident, but how do you practice self-confidence, right? We said to become more confident in something like swimming, you have to practice it. So you can just go to the pool and swim, and over time you're going to get better. But how do you practice confidence in yourself? What do you think? Charles, what do you think? How do you practice becoming more confident in yourself?
Well, there's being confident in other things, so you could practice those things, but being confident in yourself is just, I would say it's maybe knowing what you can do and that you're trying your best, and you know, it's really challenging to become self-confident because it's hard to practice. But one thing that I always try is, in my head I say, fake it till you make it. And when I do that, when I'm in a situation where I'm not confident, I kind of pretend in my own head, like, okay, if I was confident, what would I be doing? And I try and do those actions, and that helps me be more confident. Then once I'm in that situation more and more and more times, then I feel more comfortable with the situation. I know, okay, what do I do? What do I need to do? But just kind of putting myself into somebody else's shoes almost has been helpful for me to be more confident in situations that I'm not comfortable in.
Yeah, one of the ways I work on self-confidence is having like a verbal reminder, right? So something I actually say, which you could say it in your head, but saying it out loud can really help too, right? Remind yourself, I am good at spelling. Maybe you really struggle with spelling in school. That's hard for you, right? Remind yourself, I am good at spelling, or I'm going to be good at spelling. You have to decide that, And then the confidence comes in whenever something gets hard or maybe you're embarrassed or whatever the situation is, you have to remind yourself that. And the more you remind yourself that, eventually you won't have to think about it as much. You'll almost automatically think about it, right? Whenever you guys get on a bike, biking might be hard for you, but if you're confident at biking, you don't really think about how to ride the bike. You just do it. Right? Same thing with your confidence. Eventually, after you practice it and you remind yourself multiple times, I am good at this, I am a confident person, right? You will become more confident. You won't have to think about reminding yourself. You'll just know that. You'll know that you are confident, right? Something else can be really helpful is having other people remind you of that, right? So having your parents maybe tell you, hey, you are good at this, you can do this, right? Having that positive word spoken into you is really important. So that's what we try and do here at the Martial Arts School. We are very positive with you guys, our students, right? Very positive on ourselves. It's okay to make mistakes. You're gonna get better. We're getting a little bit better every day, right? Keeping that positive mindset while training is something that builds our confidence in that. So one, surround yourself with people that are polite and give you confidence by saying nice things, right? And then two, you can be that person to other people, right? Say nice things to them, help build their confidence, right? So surround yourself with nice people. Remember to remind yourself that you can do things, and you be the person that speaks confidence into other people. We'll continue to practice that self-confidence and become more confident as a team. All right, guys, so I'm gonna say be, you say yourself, I'll say 1, 2, 3, we'll all scream confidence. Be
yourself.
1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
Great job, guys. Let's get back up to class.
Today we're going to be reviewing our our arm throw and our throw defense. We also have a bonus move that we're going to be working on in just a minute. You won't need to know it for graduation, but it's fun to know, it's useful to know, and it's good stuff. So we're going to practice that. First, let's talk about our arm throw. So I'm going to start with my partner. We're in our tie-up position. Just real quick review, my hand's gonna come back as this one shoots through. As we do that, I'm gonna step. My hips are gonna go under my partner's hips. Here, come up, turn, and throw. It looks like something like that, okay? Let's do it solo first. So, we're in our tie-up position. Arms come back and through as we step our first foot. See how I'm kind of starting to duck my hips under? I want to make sure that I'm pulling them into me as well. Step the other foot, load them up, and twist. One more time. And so that is how our arm throw works. If you have somebody to practice on, fantastic. Make sure you're being super safe and make sure they know how to break ball. And then you can kind of practice a little bit. Next up is our throw defense. So let's say our partner is doing an arm throw on us. So we're in our tie-up. They shoot in for the arm throw. I need to think really quickly what to do. If I get to here, I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm probably not doing much as far as defending it. So as Mr. Craig steps in, I'm going to block the hip. This hand is here. I'm going to block the hip. I'm going to step, and I'm going to step like I'm doing my rear takedown. As he keeps going for it, I'm going to pull back, sit down, drop my partner. And notice how my foot goes over while we're going down. I don't wait until we're on the ground and then throw the foot. I'm getting the foot going over before we even do that. Let's try it solo, and I'll show you one more time with a partner. So we're here. They shoot for our arm throw. They're pulling it in. We're going to block the hip. Step the foot, drop down. Foot comes over into our modified mount position. Let me show you one more time with the person. Mr. Craig shoots in. I'm going to block the hip, step, foot, over into our modified mount. Our bonus move today is going to be an arm drag. So this is not something you need to know, and it's not necessarily a takedown, but it helps you lead into takedowns and other techniques. So the way our arm drag is going to work is we're going to have our bad guy just going to reach towards us. Okay? So it'd be like if Mr. Craig is trying to grab my collar and I'm cutting him off halfway. It also could be from a punch. It could be from a lot of different options. Okay? It could be from a hey you. It could be from a here's your dinner, but that would be rude. Okay? So he's coming towards me, his arm is out. while his arm is out, I'm going to do an outside block. Same side arm, okay? From my outside block, it's going to circle around, and I'm going to grab the wrist. So he's reaching, outside block, circle around, grab the wrist. My other hand is going to grab his tricep. If you don't know where your tricep is, it is right here. So your bicep, normally people are showing that off. Your triceps are right under that. So he's grabbing, I'm going to outside, circle, my arm grabs the tricep, and we're going to bring it across our body. So it's over here, we're going to bring it over here. From there, I have a lot of different options. I'm going to pull on my partner, and that can make them step, it can make them lean, it can make them do a lot of different things that help me with a takedown. So let me just show you an example. So if I'm going to block, grab, pull it across. If I don't pull it across, then we're just going to run into each other, which isn't super helpful. I'm going to pull it across, and I'm going to yank on him. I'm going to drop my weight and step forward at the same time, and you kind of go through them. So one more time, it's out, grab, across, pull. Now if they're way bigger than you, they're probably not going to go, but they will go if you do it correctly. And that, surprisingly, is very helpful. So if Mr. Craig comes here and I pull, I can shoot for a leg, I can come in clinch, and you can even do certain submissions like that, okay? There's a lot of different options that you can do with it. So let's try one more time. So I'm here, I'm gonna grab, I'm gonna pull. Once I pull, we're gonna get that rear takedown. I'm gonna grab, we're gonna get our hands in, I'm gonna step my foot up, step behind, and drop. Remember, when I drop, I don't want him to fall on me. It's gonna fall to the side, foot comes over into mount or modified mount. Let's try it one more time, but let's do it solo first. So we're here. They're grabbing at us. They're grabbing this side. So you're gonna block, bring it around, grab the tricep, pull it across, and shoot in. We're gonna grab for that rear takedown and drop from there. Let's try it. One more time, maybe a different position. Variety's nice. So, block, grab, across. I'm gonna pull, shoot that arm through. Other hand grab. I'm gonna step up, behind, and over into our modified mount. All right. So I want you guys to just practice that. That's kind of a fun bonus move. It is a very useful technique, and it can help you. It's like a great combination technique. You're going to use it. You're not going to take somebody down with you. You're not going to pull them so hard they fall on the ground. Although that does happen sometimes, pretty rarely. You can use that to set up your other techniques like a double leg or single leg or clinch, all different kinds of things from that. Okay? So practice, and we'll get a little better every time. Let me see Chumi stance. Hands feet together, and bow.
For today's sparring drill, we're going to be focused specifically on exchange kicks. If you've never done an exchange kick, they are tons of fun, and I'm very excited to teach them to you. If you have done exchange kicks before, fantastic. You're going to do great today. I've got some advanced details that you can take into your sparring drills. All right? So starting off, we're going to be in our fighting stance. Loud key out. Ready, go. Kia! So the idea of an exchange kick, exchange, right, is kind of like switching. My legs are going to switch in the air. So I'm going to use my back leg to fake. It comes up, kind of like this. So hands are up. We're going to go back leg up. Show me that. That's step one. Yeah, from here, they're going to switch or exchange. And that can happen very quickly, right? Or you can add some height onto it. And we'll talk about some reasons for the difference there here in a moment. But let's practice just that. We're going to take our back knee up. Your other leg is going to jump and they're going to switch. Let's do just the exchange. We'll add on the kick part in just a moment. So I'm going to say go. You're going to exchange your legs and let's go ahead and kia as a team. Ready? Go. Kia. There it is. One more. Ready? Go. Kia. Kia. Very good. So working that exchange, let's go ahead and go nice and easy today with an exchange front kick. One of the simplest, but also one of the most effective, right? So looking at it from the side here, my back knee comes up. When I switch, this knee comes up. This is my chamber, so I can extend my front kick. So I exchange, front kick. Kind of like that. Try it with me here. We'll go nice and slow. So hands are up. We'll lift. We'll jump. Front kick. Yes. So with this, again, feel free to do a very quick switch and kick. Or if you want to work on your height today, because you already know how to do exchange kicks, you guys can go nice and high, land safe, okay? I'm going to count 4 exchange front kicks. Do them with me, loud kia. Hands are up. 1, Kia. Good, legs are switching in the air. 2, Kia. Fake with the back, kick with the front. 3, Kia. Here we go. 4, Kia. Whew. All right, so now that you understand the basics of the kick, how can we use that in a sparring situation, right? I'm not just kicking a bag, I'm trying to hit another person. So the idea with kicking is, if I'm sparring Mr. Alex, if I throw just a front kick, he might move out of the way, right? Or maybe I'm not even in range in the first place. An exchange kick is going to kind of correct both of those things, right? If I'm not in range in the first place with my front leg or my back leg kicks, I'm going to cover a little bit of distance as I exchange. So I do not exchange in place, right? I'm going to go forward as I do that. And that puts me in range for very good extension to touch my partner. And then if he is moving back, I can kind of cover that distance as well. So he's going to move back as I do my exchange. I just want you guys to kind of watch this, and we'll practice the team here in a moment. So I'm really going to focus on going forward with my exchange. All right? So today I want you guys to find something to put on the ground. I'm going to grab a pad. And we're going to focus on covering distance with our exchange kicks today, all right, when I'm going to go for it. So find something, whether it's a pillow or a towel or a t-shirt, whatever you want to put, something just on the ground. And your goal today is to make it to that. Now, careful not to slip on it, right? Let's start kind of close with it, right? So from here, I'm away from it. Watch me first. My back leg's going to come up. When I land, I just want to be able to touch that with my foot, all right? So maybe take 2 steps away. 1, 2. This is easy mode. Here we go, all right? Exchange kick, land close enough that you can touch it with your foot. Ready? And 1. Good, should be able to touch it. Yeah, let's take 3 steps back this time. 1, 2, 3. A little harder, hopefully. Ready? And go. Nice, and we can touch it. 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo, pretty far. So I want you guys to throw your exchange kick, land safely, and then look to touch. Don't try to kick and touch at the same time. You might fall down. Focus on kicking, focus on landing, then focus on touching. All right, ready? And go. Kia. Woo, just with the big toe. Fantastic. So this is something that you guys can take away and practice solo. If you guys have someone at home that is okay with you throwing your exchange kick at them, that's fine, but I want you guys to touch safely like you saw Mr. Alex and I do before, right? We throw that exchange kick, we cover distance, and we can touch with control, right? This is an incredibly useful technique, and it's tons of fun to do. So practice it today, feel more confident, we'll get a chance to use it on someone in class. Chumbi, hands by your side, and bow.